How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. And first and foremost, ladies and gents, let me say this off the jump. I didn't write anything down for this video. Don't really need to. This is a monster I can kind of give you everything you need to know off the top of my head. So first and foremost, let's say this. I'm getting all the information out the way, straight away. So anyway, the weakness to Plesioth is actually thunder, and followed by fire. Now, the weak spot to hit him, it's a little ambiguous. You can act, depending rather on whether you're using impact or normal weapons, like cutting weapons, it'll differ. If you're using impact, hit it in the head. If you're using cutting, hit him in the stomach. Now, the stomach is the general overall best place to hit him, even with impact weapons, but there you have it. Stomach if you're cutting, head if you're impact. Now, he also has a bit of a weakness to that of basically all the ailments, so poison, paralysis, sleep, etc. You can use to actually make him go to sleep and get poison, whatever, fairly easily. I don't know why he's so susceptible to it, but he is. Now, his weapons are pretty nice. Not bad. I honestly cannot get mad at him. They're some of the best water weapons in the game. A couple of his weapons actually have a bit of sleep on it. I know he has a sleep lance, and he has a set of dual blades that give you water and sleep. The attack on these weapons is actually fairly decent, actually pretty damn decent if you ask me, all things considered, with the highest attack in the game being like 380. He has dual blades that give you 340 attack with a fair amount of good sharpnesses, so it's not bad. It's not much to really scoff at. But other than that, his armor gives you Mounting Master, Airborne, and Capture Expert. Now, this is the high rank stuff. They all give exactly 10 points to each, so you get the base forms of each of these skills. G rank is literally like no different. You get the same exact skills: Mounting Master, Airborne, and Capture Expert, but this time you get Stamina Recovery. Okay, so now that we got the easy stuff out the way, let me talk about Plesioth. Guys, if you've ever played Monster Hunter before, you've been in the community for a while. Most have been here for a while. There's a couple of new guys, but for those who are new, Plesioth is the meme for Monster Hunter, the whole series in general. I mean, he hasn't really been in every single Monster Hunter game, but since his inception, he has been a walking, talking meme. Two reasons for this. The first main reason is his broken hitboxes on his hip check attacks. Now, there's a couple of the monsters who share the same body type to him. If anything, they're basically direct relatives, like for those who are coming from Monster Hunter World, Plesioth and Juratodos. Those two monsters are very, very, very close to the Plesioth, but the Plesioth was the first one. Plesioth got his debut in Monster Hunter Frontier, if I'm not mistaken. Someone quote me on that. But he got his introduction on Frontier, and then he himself got put into the console games. Juratodos is a new creation of World. I want to say the reason he's even there is to split the difference between Plesioth and a monster who kind of slides under the ground and stuff outside of monsters who swim, so kind of breaking the difference between dirt and water. Anyway, weird. But the thing is, his hitboxes are exceedingly broken when it comes to his hip check attack, or basically any attack that he really does. And the thing is, it all stemmed from, I believe, don't quote me again, guys, please quote me again. I want to say that it was the second generation that really had the rebuttal onto how ridiculous his hitboxes were. You could be either 10 feet away or 10 feet behind or not even in the vicinity whatsoever, and you'll get hit with this hip check, and you would sit here, scratch your head as like, why? On top of the fact that his hip check boxes are completely broken, he's a very, 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 very dumb monster. I don't know if it's just his particular AI because of the whole, personality of the monster, or maybe just his AI itself was just really broken. Not broken, but just dumb. Like, he does a lot of weird, quirky things, okay? I want to say the quirkiest we've ever seen him in was probably in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. It's the Monster Hunter game where you can actually swim under the water, the game that no one likes except me. The thing is, Plesioth, when you first meet him, you'll meet him by the water side. He'll be on land when you have to fight him, which is new because for the most part, when you fight Plesioth in the other games, and even this game now, he himself is actually in the water, and you have to wait until he comes out of water. Granted, you can fish him out if you have a frog as fishing bait, but if he sees you, then it's a no-go blowhole. Regardless, he would be on land, and you'll hit him 2 times, 3 times maybe, he'll jump in the water. Okay, so then you jump in the water, and then he'll jump out the water. Okay, so you jump out the water, and then he'll jump back in the water. And then you'll hit him once, twice, he'll leave the area, go to the next area underwater still, mind you. You hit him a couple times, he comes back to the same area, and then jumps out of the water. And it's frustrating, guys. It's super frustrating. His AI is really, really weird. It's nothing new. This is really how he's been the entire time. So the thing about Plesioth is that his hip check boxes are super broken. his AI is super nutty, and I guess everyone hates him and loves him at the same time for those reasons. He's a mistake, and we love him as that. It's weird. I mean, I have no real beef with Plesioth. Yeah, he can get a little bit annoying from time to time, but I mean, he's still Plesioth. I have no real reason to hate him. I mean, his gear, his weapons are great. You know, the fight isn't too terrible now. They kind of fixed those hitboxes as of now, but I mean, hey, it's Plesioth. So if anything, that's a quick story as to what Plesioth is about, the fact that he's a nutter and his gear's good. It's been your boy. Take care.